Hello and welcome to Homestead Imaginations. I am Josh, and today it marks 3 weeks since I started my grape cuttings, and I'm going to show you the progress. So from the last video, I potted them in like a pot like that there on the ground, and I finally got these in. These are 14 inches tall, so a little bit shorter than what I was hoping for. From what I'd read online, what people were saying, they were recommending like maybe a pot about 18 inches tall, but I think 14 actually does a really good job. There's not much sticking out for the most part, so another 4 inches buried would make these a little bit kind of small. But I also don't know how bad like the roots are at the bottom and what they're looking like, but there's about 5 or 6 of these that are doing really well. And I'm thinking that they are gonna start sprouting, like fully sprouting, pretty soon. So this is the setup I have them on. This is my light that I have to grow them on. It runs from roughly 6 in the morning to 8:30 at night. And then underneath here, this might not pick it up. I mean, you can kind of see black, but there's actually a heat mat just underneath here. So here's the cord running for it. And I've got that pretty warm. I've got it set to about 100 degrees, so it's pretty warm. And the bottom of these are pretty warm, which is good. Nothing sticking out. It's a little wet, but I try and keep these moist. This is actually one that's not really doing anything, so I don't know if that one's gonna work, but man, some of these are absolutely like doing phenomenal. Let's go, camera. Man, there we go. Look at that. So that is budding really good. That's grown out. It might be hard to see, but we've got like some pink coloring, green is starting to show through, and that is budding pretty nicely. So I'm pretty excited. Let's see, put that back there. And I just made a mess of my pants. But I've got about 6 of them. So there's another one. This one has got like a really tiny bud, but it hasn't quite bloomed out, but it's there, which is more than what they had like when I first potted them. Like some of these have done like nothing. Like this one has done nothing. And if you watch my first video, when I first did the cuttings and got these in here, I have 4 of these that are not skived at the bottom to expose the green underneath the bark. And when I was repotting these, I did not pay attention to what 4 were, so I won't know until I unpot these. But well, I'll be curious to see if all 4 of the ones I did not skive were some that did not work out well. So here's another one that's, got not much going on. There's a tiny bud, but it really hasn't sprouted. But then we've got this one here that's got that starting to bud out. It's even got a little one down there. Same with this one here. This one is, budding really nicely, and it's even budding down there. So it's got 2 nodes that it's budding from. And then this one in the far back, try and catch that. Light is not very good back here. This room is pretty dark. It's got one dim light in it, and that's it. And then I brought in a light just to try and record the video, but that's it. This is the progress that they're in at 3 weeks to the day. It's been 3 weeks exactly since I started this process. These got potted, I think maybe like 8 days ago, roughly. I can't remember. I'll put it in the description of the video exactly when I put them into these tall pots. But I had also read and saw that other people in their videos, they talked about keeping them in a humid area and like heating up the soil. So that's why I put them on a heat mat. And I definitely, because when I potted these into this, there wasn't much progress. They were not budding. Nothing was really happening. So I, was worried that I may have lost all of them. So I do think that the heat mat did help make a difference, because these go down pretty far. So if I look at this, I put them down to maybe about there. I left like 3 inches or whatever at the bottom to for the roots to expand. So this is all pretty warm down here. So the heat is definitely making its way up from the bottom. All these sit directly on the heat mat, and I do think that's helped stimulate these and get these going. It is, I mean, without the light on, it gets even warmer, but I got a little temp thing here. So that's 38% humidity, and right now it's 70.3 degrees Fahrenheit. So with the light on, it gets even warmer. It gets like in the 80s down underneath here. So heat mat definitely seemed to have helped kickstart these. So, you know, I've got about 5, maybe 6 that should fully blossom and start sprouting and start growing. So I'm excited. I at least needed ones because then I could self-propagate from that one in a few years. But I definitely wanted this variety, whatever it is, which I'm going to have to try and figure out later. But yeah, really wanted this variety and wanted to make this work and get grapes started. So I should at least have a few plants going. So that's the 3-week update. I will make another video as these get to the next stage and show that progress. Thanks for watching. Keep the imagination rolling. Thank you. Bye-bye.